Alright, it's prime fight here. We've got Hardy. We're here again. And we've got a second opponent in his boxing career. Another big opponent, Anthony Joshua. How do you face this one?
I think this is a better fight for him, honestly. I feel like, you know, Tyson's tricky, he's difficult to get to. You know, he's got a real high fight IQ and he likes to draw people in. For me, I think this is a better matchup. I feel like, you know, of course AJ's a very, very talented boxer, physically powerful, very fast, but at the same time I feel like he's a bit more predictable in his movement. I feel like there's going to be opportunities for Ngannou to crack him either on the way in or when he's up against the ropes, kind of waiting for Ngannou to go. And I think that might be a difference in this fight. I think certainly the confidence of Ngannou coming from the last fight, as well as, you know, the fact that Anthony Joshua's probably a little easier to hit than Ngannou.
Yeah, obviously he's still under Ngannou. Like a big punch, put him down, get him out of there. But it's fair. He showed himself a good student of boxing because he's been working with Tyson, and it shows. To be fair, because someone who's just come from combat sport into like using your hands and to knock separate each other the world down. No one expects him to there unless you go for him, let alone put him down.
It's
so,
amazing.
This is a big opportunity. If not like Anthony Joshua or stops him or even wins, even just like on points, it's a big win for him and it could be a catalyst to his career in boxing. Change sports totally, but what do you think?
You know, I think if he has a good performance here, win or lose, I think we're going to see him continue boxing. I think he's shown what he's capable of now. I think people have got the appreciation and the respect that he can hang with some of the best guys around, and I think he proves it against Anthony Joshua again. And I think people are even more excited to see him continue getting in the boxing ring. You know, like it's a cat amongst the pigeons in the heavyweight division right now, isn't it? He's not necessarily the best person for AJ to beat as an opponent, but as a statement against what Fury wasn't able to do against Ngannou, that's a very, very clever move. And I think, you know, if AJ's able to do that, then that puts him in a real strong position in the heavyweight boxing division, even though he's beating a guy that's 0-1. You know what I mean? It's like, it's an interesting world we're living in, but there's a lot to be gained from this that wouldn't normally be in this situation in a boxing match.
Yeah, I think the heavyweight division now has become a really good market division now. Like, I think like we might see a few more guys cross over as well. We might even see John Jones. He's talking about having Stipe next and stop him. I still think he wants to fight Ngannou. What do you think about that there?
I would love to see the fight. I'd be disappointed if we don't ever get to be honest. I mean, I've always held John Jones in such high regard. You know, arguably the best MMA fighter that we've ever seen. You know, just the way that he's able to put things together, his creativity coupled with his physicality, height and reach, and then, you know, when he stepped in there in the heavyweight division and just ran through Gan like it was nothing. I would expect John Jones to want to prove himself against Ngannou as well, and I think he's going to be disappointed if it never comes to. Even if it was in a boxing ring, you know what I mean? I would still want to see it.
I rate John Jones. My favourite MMA guy is Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
I watched him and I stopped watching it after I stopped watching MMA after a while. My favourite fighter was Anderson Silva. Like, watch him do what he does.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what he was doing. Like, the people are making it look really easy. When you beat what's his name? Forrest Griffin.
Oh man. And Forrest just ran away. He didn't know what to do with it. Yeah.
Crazy man, but yeah. Getting sidetracked.
It's easy done, man. It's easy done.
Easy done. So, what do you think? What's your prediction for this fight?
I think Ngannou's going to win on points.
Okay.
I think he's going to have a couple of really good rounds. I think he's going to potentially hurt AJ early. I think AJ is going to shut down a little bit. I think he's going to try and come out of his shell in the middle part of the fight. You know, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. AJ will get back into it a bit more, but I feel like the physicality of Ngannou is going to be enough to at least intimidate him, to slow him down. You know, like AJ's not the fastest of starters. You know, even in this last little win streak that he's on right now, he's shown improvements for sure, but he's not picking up his pace in the early rounds. And I feel like with the fact that he doesn't really know what he's dealing with Ngannou, he might kind of be standing waiting to see what's coming at him before he opens up himself. And if Ngannou lands a couple of 3 good shots in those first couple of rounds, he might take those scorecards.
That's anything. I think it's going to be effective because AJ has been down, you know, as someone who's not a big puncher as he's done, and he's put him down. He don't hear other than Ngannou. Ngannou, you know, it's hard to see that around right now. I've been in combat sport, so at the end of the day, I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen on the knockout, not big points.
Yeah.
What's my opinion. I'm biased for the boxing guy, but that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Also, last thing I want to ask you, the Fury fight. Do you think Ngannou won that fight?
I scored it for Ngannou. Yeah, absolutely, I did. I felt like he won the majority of the rounds. Obviously, the knockdown was a big scoring factor as well. But I will couple that by saying that that wasn't the best version of Fury that we could have got. You know,
I think Fury was overweight and he was slamming.
Yeah, he looked like he was about. No, of course. Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. But
yeah. The whole thing was a bit of a perfect storm of Ngannou being just right and Fury not being quite right. You know. But at the same time, I do feel like a lot of people were scoring it for Fury because they feel like he should have won. And I still feel like blank faces, I'm not paying attention to anyone's brand or recognition or record or anything. A fight, one person against another, Ngannou won that fight in my opinion.
Actually, I don't mind. One more question.
Go on then.
Are you going to miss out back to the cage ordering?
Man, I would love to. I just saw Masvidal and Nate Diaz are getting announced in a boxing match. If these old boys are still fighting, there might be an opportunity for me, hey.
Yeah, but I like your style. Like, when you fought Jake and TSP, obviously you just out wrestled them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you're going to stand up, I guarantee you will swipe the floor with him, but that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to rematch it.
Yeah.
Try to take it down and knock him out, man. But I like TSP, but I'm saying about my fellow brick. But of course.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Man, but I always like to start. You always waiting for the kill.
Always.
You didn't try and walk away. You took it out of the referee's hand. His style was, I'm going to make sure I win this fight. And I like that. That's what I like about
Always.
fighting.
Same with Anderson Silva, right? That's why he was my favourite as well.
Exactly, man. Thanks for your time, man.
No worries.
Appreciate your time, man. Again.
Always good talking to you, brother. I'll see you next time, right?